Thailand and Vietnam, two dynamic and breathtaking nations which welcome visitors with open arms and open hearts.
People are very gracious about sharing their culture and sharing their history with us.
From the inland hill tribes of Thailand to the coastal communities of Vietnam, what new understandings could come from your travels here?
This has been an incredible learning experience, and I'm open to whatever unfolds.
This morning we went to the temple to witness almsgiving to the monks, and it was very interesting.
We can do it together. You can receive the blessing together, and then I'll do it.
My understanding is that the monks have to rely on the food that they are given for their sustenance. And so they leave the temple in the morning and people come to them to provide food.
The act of giving alms to monks has been practiced by Buddhist citizens for thousands of years. It's equated with doing good things, and the belief that this act will bring about peace and happiness. Once food and water have been placed inside the bowl, the monk will recite a prayer as a blessing to his donor.
It was just amazing to me how many people are up there giving. And some of them are giving financial donations, and a lot of them are buying the flowers and incense and doing that part as their devotion. And it shows that there's a lot of Buddhists that are really practicing Buddhism, I think, in the way it's meant to be.
Wat Phra Doi Sute is a Theravada Buddhist temple, believed to have been founded in 1383. The temple is one of the North's most sacred, and Thai pilgrims flock here to make merit to the Buddhist relic enshrined in the picturesque Golden Chidi.
So tell you again. Oi. Noi. My. And my. Yeah, you see the difference? Her name is flat tone.
They're very open and will answer any questions that you have for them about maybe their house, where they go grocery shopping, how they prepare the food.
Yeah, the second one is fried bean sprout with glass noodle. Third one will be chicken with red curry. And if you have any question, please don't try to ask me. I'm very happy to answer. When we toast, we say chayo. Chayo. C-H-A-I-Y-O. Chayo. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Very unique, no? Each one.
So our point is to introduce the people to eat what the local people eat, to do what the local people do. That's the best way to help changing their life.
Vietnam has a rich history, dating back to the 3rd century BC.
West this way, and it took over the citadel for 25 days. It was the most ferocious battlefield.
Set up by the Muin dynasty from 1805 to 1945, Hue Citadel is now one amongst the relics of the Hue ancient capital.
The architecture is absolutely beautiful, and the history of the ancestors, I think, is really so impossible to compare for us because we don't have that kind of history.
I didn't realize the citadel was so big. I was stationed outside of Saigon, and I find that generations have passed, and it's totally changed. I would recommend that all veterans come back and see it. It's very heartfelt, and personally, it's a wonderful experience for me, and I'm glad I'm on this tour because they're getting a lot of emotional support as well as it's fun, and it's been a healing process also.
Built in 1601, the Ting Mu Pagoda is one of the oldest religious buildings in the country.
I think it's beautiful, and I'm so glad that they left it as a, preserved piece.
The temple stretches north from the riverbanks and is built in 7 tiers, each of which is dedicated to a human form taken by the Buddha.
Have you heard about Buddhism, right? Vietnam, as I told you, 3 main religions: Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. Buddhism mainly split into 2 main branches, the greater vehicle and the vehicle.
I felt the reverence, I felt the people's commitment and devotion, and I was very moved. It took me a little while to come to terms with my own emotions.
It is a very nice philosophy, I think, because it's a very gentle philosophy, and you treat people well so that you can be enriched as well as they, which I really admire. I think it's a very practical religion for the kind of world that we live in today.
Usually we see one of the schools that is supported by Oates and by Grand Circle.
They are the kids.
This will be the first time I've been to an orphanage, so this will be a really unique experience for me.
In the early 1980s, the Mintu orphanage began with just 5 children. Today, this rapidly growing center is home to more than 200 children and run by 2 Buddhist nuns.
So there are about 140 children that have been out to society with university certificates and successful having a job, making money, and getting married.
As the nuns put it, traveler visits bring pleasure to the children and show them they are not alone in this world.
This looks familiar.
Yep, sure does.
I feel very positive about this place because the children are so open and friendly and smiling and come to you. Children who have not been loved will not like to be touched, will not like to talk to people. So these children are loved. Yes, they are.
Clean getaway.
It's wonderful. I thought this would be a very depressing place, but it's quite the opposite. It's uplifting, the children are happy, and it really touches your heart.
An unforgettable journey through Asia.
This is unlike anything I've ever done in my life, and I've had some great adventures.
From the highlands of Chiang Rai to Halong Bay in the South China Sea, let Vietnam and Thailand astound you with their open hearts and worldly wonders.